lot of people working regular jobs earning $35,000 to $50,000 per year wonder if they can make more by driving for Uber or DoorDash full time. You always hear stories of drivers making $1,000 a week or even $2,000 a week, and it makes you think. So in this video, we're comparing both sides using real numbers, real taxes, and real net income to see who actually comes out ahead. Let's start simple. In most places, an early career corporate job pays around $35,000 to $50,000 a year. That comes out to roughly $17 to $24 per hour. Now, Uber drivers in strong markets often report making $1,200 to $1,500 per week in gross earnings. Some report hitting $2,000. That includes their base pay, tips, surge, and bonuses. It sounds impressive. Most corporate workers clock 40 hours a week. Drivers hitting those higher weekly earnings are usually working 50, 60, sometimes 70 hours a week. If you nearly double your hours, naturally, the gross income looks higher. So the real question isn't just the weekly total. The real question is how much they actually take home per hour after expenses. When you work a regular job, you don't pay for gas, repairs, oil changes, tires, depreciation, or commercial insurance. Gig workers pay for all that out of pocket. So even if an Uber driver grosses $60,000, that is not their real income. They only keep what's left after their business expenses. There's also a big difference in how taxes work. If you're self-employed, like an Uber driver or DoorDash driver, you pay self-employment tax, which covers Social Security and Medicare. The rate is 15.3%. But here's the part most people don't know. You don't multiply 15.3% by your whole net profit. You first multiply your net profit by 92.35% and then apply the 15.3% rate. That's because the IRS lets you treat part of your income like the employer portion of Social Security and Medicare. Meanwhile, a regular W-2 employee only pays half of that tax, 7.65%, because their employer pays the other half automatically. It comes out of the paycheck, so employees never really think about it. Both sides pay into the system, but gig workers feel the full 15.3%. Regarding mileage deduction, this is where a lot of people get surprised. Gig workers get a huge tax break through mileage. If a driver logs 25 to 30,000 business miles a year at around 67 to 70 cents per mile, that comes out to roughly $16,000 to $21,000 in deductions. A W-2 employee gets zero of that. They pay tax on every dollar they earn. A gig worker only pays tax on the net profit after mileage and other expenses. That can cut their taxable income almost in half. Here's a realistic scenario. Uber driver grosses around $1,200 per week. That's around $62,000 a year. After mileage and other business expenses, maybe their net profit drops to around $42,000. Once you factor in self-employment tax and income tax, their total tax bill might be around $8,000 to $9,000. That leaves real take-home pay in the low to mid-30s for the year. Now compare that to someone in an early career corporate job making around $40,000 a year. After taxes, their take-home pay also land in the low to mid-30s. So the gap between an optimized Uber driver and a lower paid office worker is not as big as people expect. But money isn't the only difference. Corporate jobs come with health insurance, paid time off, retirement plans, predictable schedules, more stability. Uber offers total flexibility, no boss, the ability to scale hours fast, same-day cash flow, more control over your time. So one gives structure, one gives freedom. So the final verdict on this, if you're comparing pure income, a strategic Uber driver in a strong market can definitely match or even pass many early career corporate jobs, especially once you factor in taxes and deductions. But if you want long-term stability, benefits, and predictable growth, the corporate world usually wins. The real answer depends on what you value more: flexibility or stability, time freedom or long-term security.